Hello, everyone. Welcome to Marilyn's Tarot Take. I am sitting in Sunday right now. Excuse me. We're supposed to get 8 inches of snow over the next 24 hours. So the snow shovel is ready and waiting. I do get to have tomorrow off though, so I don't have to travel in it. It's a bank holiday, so I don't have to work. In the meantime, here, I'm going to bring forth the Tarot of the Dance of Souls. This is such a unique deck. Now, I've had this probably, I don't know, 3 weeks, and I just opened it today. Um, it is a tarot deck with what I'm going to classify as an oracle deck. It's a really cool system, something different, and I'm trying to add different things to my collection. Plus, I like the color palette. I'm kind of into three color palettes for some reason, and I really like the white and the black and the kind of a mustardy yellow color. So I just have glanced at the deck. I haven't really gone through it too much. So I wanted to share it with you today. Let me get this out of the way. Get these out of the way. And again, it's called the Tarot of the Dance of Souls. It's a great box. Again, don't you? I just love that color palette. Very, very interesting. Imagined by artist Leila Rejeb, the Tarot of the Dance of Souls is a unique combination of the classic tarot and divinatory oracle. With an original and modern interpretation of the traditional symbols, this deck invites you to let go and embark on a spiritual journey. The lines and colors reflect the link and unity between humans, making everyday and unique experience of self-contemplation. 93 cards, 78 are tarot, and 12 advice cards. So I thought this was really a cool concept. Top's really fun. And I'm all about these top opening boxes. I think they're cool. But these cards are really very, very interesting. Love the backs. Kind of some geometry going on there. The moon cycles, that's always a plus. You've got the bee hands. So yeah, they're beautiful. They are beautiful. Now, this does not come with a book. So you're kind of a bit, excuse me for clearing my throat. You're a bit on your own, but that's one of the things I liked about it is you're going to use your imagination a little bit more than maybe if you had a book to depend on. If I've got a book, I like to see the author's thoughts on the cards, but this, you're on your own, and I kind of like it. Kind of, sort of. There are some indicator cards in here, but you don't have a big book to draw from. So yeah, I like it. I like it. So you've got all of your majors, and then you have these key cards. All right. I'll kind of separate them out a little bit. But these key cards, here's a little explanation of the box set. And you've got the true mirror of your spirituality and energy. The Tarot of Dance of Souls opens the door to a journey into self-discovery and letting go. I love that. This is a little bit about the, I don't know if you'd say that Leila or Leila Rejeb. She was a graduate of professor of the prestigious Boule Hisham University of Paris. Leila also a freelance jewelry designer and craftswoman. Her biggest passion remains illustration. So that's great. She has her own practice. She was brought up in the esoteric world, learned about cartomancy with the Tarot de Marseille, which she would watch with wide-eyed as her mother would regularly practice. Once she left for university, she started practicing by herself using oracles too. She felt compelled to create a reinterpretation of the Tarot de Marseille that would combine 78 cards of the oracles. She still read for her friends and her families and sometimes even for clients from the jewelry store. Not only a true collection of illustrations, the tarot has also become valuable companion for family and friends gatherings to share unique experience to see your spiritual path. Like her mother would tell her, there's only one rule with the cards. Don't read them on a Sunday. They are resting. And even less on a Monday, for they are full of energy and lie intricate. Well, this is Sunday, and we're going for it. So these were produced on and published in 2023 in France. There's a QR code scan that you can use. So we've got the Major Arcana. They're going to have a more traditional Marseille numbering and naming with the Popes. And you have Justice as the 8 card instead of Strength, and Strength instead of Justice. So that's just kind of a quick overview. And then you have keywords, excuse me, connecting with the Oracle aspect of this deck. So it's really fun. She also has advice for reading your spreads. So she has many spreads, and these are really fun. Spread to anticipate and have a nice week. Love that. The masks of the soul. General spread to unravel a situation, makes it invisible visible. Cherished one soul, a soul-searching spread to welcome and own one's flaws in order to heal and break free from repetitive patterns. Isn't that fun? Source of your deepest wounds, origin of emotional echoing in your soul's wounds, difficulties encountered, evolution of your situation, negative influence, future life if left unaddressed, positive influence on your soul if your future life if addressed, keys to healing and strength and wisdom acquired by the following advice. So I just think that is so fun. Revealing my soulmate, a spread to attract and welcome a soulmate. Spread of the Dance of Souls. This spread will help you discover what type of soul connection you have with a person. Remedy for low spirits, how to lift your spirits and move forward. And Memory of your soul, a spread to explore your past life and heal your soul. So I just think these are great, and I'm kind of all about these cards. I knew Three Trees Tarot gives you keyword cards, and it's just kind of nice to let your brain focus in a way that's not guided. So that's kind of cool. So here we go with the pardon me. I'm going to separate these up because these are the oracle cards here. Yada 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 yada. For purpose. Okay. All right. Nope, I'm just going to leave them be. Okay, here we go. So again, we've got the cards that show the Major Arcana and then the keywords for the oracle cards. So here we have the Juggler. I think this is so interesting because are you pushing someone away or are you catching someone? If you look at it from a relational sense. So that is the Magician. Isn't that interesting? So then they have the Popes. Beautiful. I love the line work. It's abstract, yet it's not. And it almost looks like those drawings where you put the pen down and you don't lift it up to complete the entire drawing. But I really like this imagery. The Empress. You got the clouds and the moon showing through. The embrace. I love that. Emperor. Isn't that an interesting emperor? Giving himself up to the higher knowledge? Is the emperor struggling with his knowledge? Giving in, he's letting the knowledge come into him, surrendering to it. Just think that's so interesting. And the Pope looks like he's taking a snooze. Absorbing the information. I just think these cards are so unique. The Lovers, that's a sweet card. It's like they're on the beach. The Chariot. Everybody is just carefree. The horses are carefree. She's carefree. They're going forth. Or not. I think that's a beautiful card. Justice in the 8th position. I like it. Beautiful. It's kind of, it's a tropical look, tropical beachy look. The Hermit. This is great. She's maybe not hermiting her body, but she's hermiting her mind, blocking out the stimulus to go inward, contemplate, so as to not have any interference visually. Interesting. Wheel of Fortune. This represents the wheel. Hair coming across the eyes, somewhat obscured. Love it. Love it. Strength. That's sweet. You have the dog down here. Beautiful card. The Hanged Man. It's so interesting. One hanging, one standing. Don't know if they're having a conversation or not. I just love this line work. Love the way she's put the color pops where she's put them. So often it's the sun or the moon. The Death card, this is beautiful. The spirit leaving the body. It's kind of how you picture it sometimes. Wow. Peaceful. Yeah. Temperance. It's an interesting card. Haven't quite wrapped my head around it yet, but it's beautiful. That's the thing about these. The Major Arcana themselves are kind of very much like an oracle. I mean, you can take it in different directions. It's not perfectly mapped out. The Devil. This is cute. This is a very interesting representation of the devil. She's leaning, falling into the devil. There you have the snake here. House of God. It's a beautiful card. I don't know if the keywords here say too much about, let's look here. Gilded prison, protection gate, and then the negative aspect or reversed would be insecurity, siege, and overthrow. Okay, the star, that's beautiful. And they're different, and I just like that. Look at how those colors pop. Constellations here, I love that. The moon. She's howling at the moon instead of the dogs. I love this little oval here. Don't know what exactly that means. Is that she's reaching a portal? A tidbit of energy coming down to her. She's releasing something. You can just go so many ways with this. The Sun. Beautiful card. And here's Judgment. It's very interesting. There's imagery in the moon. Can't quite see what it is without my magnifying glass, but there's a line, an energy line or something connected with each one, each person. Interesting. And the world. Isn't this beautiful? Look at that. Just gorgeous. Reaching up and reaching down, reaching from all aspects of the world. Love it. And then the Fool is at the end. Hard for me to wrap my head around the Fool being 22 instead of 0, but it really, in the whole scheme of things, won't matter depending upon how you're going to use the deck. Beautiful card. Let's see what she says about the Fool. Let's see here. Where are you going to be the Fool? Freedom, self-expression, intimacy. The negative side is narcissism, immaturity, and carelessness. Love it. Love it. Okay, now we are into the Oracle cards. And here is joy. Beautiful. I'm going to put these back down. Joy. Beautiful. Love the flowers. She looks very happy. Connection. The connection of dance, hence the tarot of the Dance of Souls. There's a lot of body movement in all of these. Not all of these, a lot of these cards. A flowing body movement, dance-like movement. And there's a connection of 3 here. By fate. They're all looking off in the distance. Do we go? Do we not go? That is the question. Encounter. Meeting of friends, family, fellowship, relationships, abundance. Yes, indeed. You've got your wine, you've got your fruit. Yummy times. Abundance. Trust. Yeah, this reminds me of sometimes you'll, with a business or a group of people that work together, they'll go to these camps and they have these trust exercises they need to do. You do have to trust somebody if you're just going to flop forward, that's for sure. Fulfillment. Let's see what she has to say about fulfillment. That's 29. Fulfillment. Fulfillment, happiness, peace. The negative or the reversal, casualness, selfish, and greed. Oh, we've got that snake in there. Is that a snake? Looks like it. Yes, indeed. You bird. I just love this palette. Let me know if you like the palette. I'm all about it. Love the color palette. Change. Sometimes change can feel a little bit like this, can it? It's just a little bit daunting. It's pulling you in a direction that maybe you don't want to go yet, but you have to go anyway. Interesting. But this almost looks like you're being pulled up to a higher vibration. Sharing. Oh, that's nice. It's another like a very much a dance pose, modern dance pose. Illusion. Interesting. Is she creating one or is she trying to hold one off? So that's just an example of how you could use these, depending upon what your question is. Creation. What's coming from the sea? Balancing an orb with energy. There's that oval again. Creation. Number 33. Where are you? Creation number 33. Inspiration, innovation, and new projects. So yeah, developing a new energy source, perhaps. Evolution. That's interesting. You can see the patterns here of the body. Is that the direction she's going, or is this the direction she's coming from? Interesting. Chemistry? Yeah, that's a pretty card. Beautiful. Patience. Who's on her surfboard? Interesting. Just such interesting choices. Journey, they're on their bike. Side looks almost like she's a little side saddle there. Balancing on their journey. Desire. That's a beautiful card. Flight. Well, now that's interesting because flight you would think of going upward, lifting on the air. She's hanging out a window. All right, we're gonna flight. Fresh start, escaping, absence. Uprooting, avoidance, transparency is the negative, or reversed. Fresh start, escape, absence. Well, she looks a little bit like she's stopped there. That's interesting. I'm going to have to ponder that. Because that's how you would relate that to flight with that imagery. Alrighty then. Acceptation, which I've never heard that word before. But you're just accepting that you're moving on, you're moving up, you're raising your vibration, going to a different level, astro traveling. Acceptation. Interesting. Liberation. That's a beautiful card for liberation, isn't it? Dancing is so healthy and it really releases so much energy, good energy, overriding maybe some of your worries and concerns. Dancing's in every culture, dancing and music. Every culture has it. Enthusiasm. Well, I would be quite enthusiastic if I could actually do that pose. But yeah, that's cool. Doubt. It's a definite doubt card. He's worried. He's concerned. Trouble. Fear. Her hands covering her face, her arms. Union. Another very interpretive dance card here. Union. Spirituality. Interesting. Victory. This is a very important card right now in the happenings in the world. Standing up for what is right. Protecting others. Courage. Charge into the situation. Tenacity. Yep. Get through that next quarter mile or half mile to the end of your journey. Or mile or 10 miles if you're running a marathon. Takes tenacity. Protection. Interesting. Shielding his eyes from something. Break. There we go. Coffee break, tea break. Doesn't that look pleasant? That would be a lovely place to sit with a cup of coffee or tea. Purpose. Now let's see. That's just a bit of an abstract. This almost looks like a dancing person, but it's not. Interesting. Your purpose is in there somewhere. Shadow. And we all have our shadow, whether that be physical shadow from the light or just a shadow within from our past. Dream. Floating on the water. Oh, doesn't that look cozy and peaceful and relaxing? My goodness. Laborer. Interesting. Are you laboring through the dance moves, or is he actually doing some sort of labor work? Don't know. Labor of love with dancing. Labor doesn't always have to be bad. Nostalgia. Oh, on the swings. Isn't there something about swinging that takes you back to such a peaceful time? There's a rhythm to it. There's an ease to it. Yeah, that makes me smile right there. Interesting that there's 6 chains. There's 3, which would make you the 6. I like that. Watching. Oh, that's cool. Incognito. Support. Oh, that's pretty. I know this deck wouldn't be for everyone, but it appeals to me. Surprisingly. Company. Because it's pretty modern and a lot of the imagery, and I'm generally not really into modern decks, but this one's just captured my interest for the artistry itself and the color and the whole use of it, the whole purpose of the deck. So interesting. Wound. We've all been there before. Wrath. Harvest. Beautiful card. Can't you just feel the warmth of that sun? Mission. Lovely. That's beautiful. Anchorage. It's a trusting card as well, isn't it? Beautiful. She really captures the flow of, I mean, you can feel the movement, even though it's a stationary image. You can really feel that movement. Mind. Maybe that's his subconscious behind him. Could just be a shadow, but I'm reaching here. Hair. Which I find interesting because she's looking at a cell phone. She does have her hair wrapped up, like she's, maybe doing a facial or something like that. But this one kind of threw me a little bit. Let's see what it says for care. See if it can give us a clue as to what they were going for. Relaxation, regeneration, appeasement. Yeah, maybe she's just getting ready to go into the spa and she's listening to some music on her phone. What's that towel wrapped around there? Is spa-esque. Fight, excuse me. That's interesting too. Fighting to rise above, to rise up, to get out of the weeds. We all do get in the weeds periodically, don't we? Balance. Beautiful. Fall. Yeah. Attachment. Now, interesting that it's attachment, not love, because but this does say love, affection, romanticism. There's also unhealthy attachments in that category. Intuition. Oh, that's cool. Maybe she's a shaman. Oh, that's interesting. Hindrance. Getting in your own way, perhaps? Banging your head against the wall, or the column, as it were. Your shadow self is in your way. See, there's just so many ways to look at it. What does she say for hindrance? Obstacle, limiting belief, paralysis. Yep, getting in your own limited belief. You betcha. That happens too. Games. That's fun. We need to play. Just need to play. It's a little harder to play when you're 70, but there's things you can do. Quest. Oh, now that's interesting. Set path succession heritage for our future transmission descendants. That's the negative. Interesting. Quest. So thought-provoking. Secret. Now these are cool. Secret and silence. And there is a difference between the two, because oftentimes the secret slips through and doesn't stay silent. Oh, this is really cool that she put these side by side. You can have a secret, but is it going to be a silent secret? Or are you going to spill the beans, as they say? Detachment. I like it. Free-spirited and communication. This kind of ties in with, is she telling the secret now? I just really like this deck. Let me know what you think of it. Like I say, it's not going to be for everybody. Major's only aspect doesn't appeal to a lot of people. I'm glad to have another different type of Major's only deck. I've only got a couple. And I really like the way this is set up. Love these spreads. I think they're so fun. And to be able to utilize these with combined cards or with just the oracles or with just the majors, it would be so. I'm going to definitely do some of these. Definitely do some of these. So yeah, the Tarot of the Dance of Souls. I am really quite taken. I'd love to hear what you think about it. I don't know how popular it's going to be. It may just go like wildfire because it wouldn't be a beginner deck if you wanted to learn RWS, but at the same time, there's the basic meanings for each of the major arcana cards, so it would just be a different approach. And that's what I like about it. Love it. Love, love, love it. Well, thank you so much for watching. I would really, really like to hear what you have to say about these decks. Or this deck, because it's just so different. I'd love to hear your ideas and your opinions. So let me know. Let me know what you think of the artistry and the color palette and the whole kit and caboodle. All right. Well, have a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe if you're in amongst the snow and have to journey out and about, and try to find a little piece of happiness for your soul. All right. Bye for now.